Speaking of Fox News, the Fox News is declaring that the New York Times is protecting this Imam Rauf by not reporting that he supports a 9/11 truther. I'm going to play this for you. This is Steve Doocy on the infamous Fox and Friends morning show. It makes me sick when I see this type of thing, because what they're not telling you is that Fox News is also protecting the fact that their majority investor, other than Rupert Murdoch, is one of the funders of the mosque. That he won't mention. And I think we have the clip.
Speaking of support, he supports a 9/11 truther and is called a slumlord by some of his tenants, but you won't read that in the New York Times today. Why is the newspaper protecting Imam Rauf?
Right.
Fox and Friends.
Okay, so the newspaper, New York Times, is protecting Imam Rauf. Who is Fox News protecting? You certainly won't hear on Fox News. By the way, this community center or mosque that we call the Ground Zero Mosque that we oppose, yeah, the guy who, other than the person who started our company, that has given us the most money, that has invested the most money, is the same guy funding the mosque. You won't hear that.
Well, Fox News is just protecting themselves.
Not only themselves, but they are also protecting that investor, are they not?
Well, he's kind of a big deal to them. So what choice do they have?
2.5 billion is pretty big.
Yeah, I'll say.
There's a rally to restore sanity. This is organized by The Daily Show. It's going to be October 30th in D.C. Stephen Colbert is also doing the March to Keep Fear Alive simultaneously. It would be fantastic if more people show up to this thing than to the Glenn Beck Restoring Honor rally, wouldn't it?
I could see that happening.
Beck was asked about this, or he commented about it. He says, August 28th was a historic event for a lot of Americans, and he wished the Daily Show rally success. Remember, the next George Washington was at the Glenn Beck rally. And Glenn Beck even got teary-eyed talking about it. He was crying.
How could I forget?
Because the next, I know a couple people that will be bringing some Palin Angle 2012 stickers to the rally to restore sanity. I could get behind that ticket, Palin Angle. I like that. A couple of new stations airing midweek politics. Medford Community TV in Medford, Massachusetts. And this is big. Öppna kanalen Skövde in Sweden is starting to run midweek politics. That's extraordinary. Have you been there?
No, but my singer, I'm sure, would love to hear that.
Oh, that's right. In Lewis's metal band, the singer, he's Swedish?
Yeah, half Swedish.
Right. So hello to everybody watching in Sweden. Thrilled to be on there. New poll on midweekpolitics.com. When will 20 states have legalized gay marriage? I say within 5 years. Lewis says within 10.
Oh, I say 5 years.
I'll say within 10.
Okay.
Just so we don't agree. I know the audience doesn't like that.
That's true.
A bunch of voicemails emails here. Voicemails we'll save for next week. I predict that the more craziness that's revealed about Christine O'Donnell, the more fervently the teabaggers' support will be for her. That's what happened with Palin. There are a lot of stupid Americans. When they see the stupidity of a candidate being mocked in the media, they take it personally and feel like they themselves are being mocked. This is essentially what we said earlier. I think even if Christine O'Donnell is charged with spending campaign money on her own stuff, people will take it as an attack on her and will still support her.
Unfortunately.
Emails about the Orly Tates interview. Orly Tates and Shirley Phelps on one video? Such an unholy convergence is proof that there is no God. Dancing around the bush there, huh? Where was Barack Obama born? You'd have an easier chance asking the Joker, why do you want to kill the Batman? And then emails from a lot of birthers who are clearly supporting Orly. Thanks, Orly. Obama is a fraud. Show me the birth certificate. And make fun of her all you want, but she must be pretty smart to be able to get a law license.
Well, we don't question her intelligence, just her sanity.
And then somebody just thinking Orly is made up. For the longest time, I thought this person wasn't real. I mean, come on, Orly. And then several emails about Glenn Beck and Sarah Palin charging people on 9/11. I know, you'd never think you would hear 9/11 and tickets available in the same sentence, but we heard it. Teabaggers, Glenn Beck, and Sarah Palin are worse than Taliban. We can kill Taliban and be heroes, but we have to live with these freaks and be constantly subjected to their ranting. It's a good point.
Very good point.
And anyone who thinks Republicans aren't instrumentalizing 9/11 to their own advantage is crazy. This is anti-thinking, and Huckabee, Beck, and Palin are this decade's disoriented sect leaders.
That was Bush's whole second campaign right there, instrumentalizing 9/11 to his advantage.
What is instrumentalizing?
using it as a tool to your advantage, I suppose.
Turning it into an instrument.
Yes.
Right. Today on the bonus show, behind the scenes with Orly Tates. Since she was on the show last week, she's been sending me a number of different emails. She's been making a number of different requests. She's been making a number of different claims about the show. We'll go into it on the bonus show. So make sure you're a Midweek Politics member, midweekpolitics.com/membership. We'll also go through the Shirley Phelps Roper emails that have been sent to me. And this is a story that I don't even know if I want to tell, but I'm going to tell it on the bonus show. I'm embarrassed to say it, but there was a day where I gave Rush Limbaugh a standing ovation. And I know that this sounds weird. It probably doesn't make sense without an explanation, but I'll tell the whole story from the beginning on today's bonus show. Thanks to everybody who is streaming live. Thanks to Evan Hurst for calling in. You know, I think it'll be a little while, but the phone lines will start popping eventually.
Eventually. It'll take time. Everything does.
We'll need 6 or 8 lines simultaneously eventually to handle all the phone calls.
I
sure
hope so.
So check out midweekpolitics.com, become a member, support the show. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back next week with plenty more.
You've been listening to Midweek Politics with Dave Pakman.
Midweek Politics is made possible in part by the Daily Hampshire Gazette and GazetteNet.com, connecting our communities with local news and information. By the National Priorities Project and Smith College Department of Government, hosting Congresswoman Donna Edwards on Sunday, October 3rd. More information at nationalpriorities.org. By DIF Design, specializing in custom business websites at difdesign.com. To find out more about underwriting Midweek Politics, visit midweekpolitics.com.